Following a dramatic change in the political environment that has shook South Africa, ANC President Cyril Ramaphosa finds himself in an advantageous position. Before we continue, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. In a desperate attempt to keep the ANC in power, Ramaphosa is under tremendous pressure from his closest friends to form improbable coalitions as the popularity of the governing party declines and the possibility of a coalition administration grows. It's the political equivalent of a soap opera, complete with backroom dealing, bitter rivalries, and a cast of characters that reads like a who's who of South African politics. Nomalanga Ndlovu, a political analyst. Ramaphosa finds himself in a difficult situation, and the decisions he takes in the next few days might have a long-term impact on the future of the nation. Reportedly, Ramaphosa's closest party allies are pressuring him to join forces with the Democratic Alliance, DA, and investigate possible coalitions with the newly established uMkhonto weSizwe, MK, party of former President Jacob Zuma and the Julius Malema-led Economic Freedom Fighters, EFF. Without a doubt, it's a desperate move, says Ndlovu. The idea of having to share power, let alone with their political rivals, must be a terrible pill to chew for the ANC, which has dominated South African politics for the last 30 years. But with the party's support eroding, especially in crucial regions like KwaZulu-Natal, the home province of Ndlovu, Ramaphosa is forced to consider these unexpected coalitions. Ndlovu said, "The MK party's incredible performance in KwaZulu-Natal has been a real wake-up call for the ANC. Voters have obviously responded favorably to Zuma's populist rhetoric and anti-establishment agenda, and the party's determination to go it alone has complicated Ramaphosa's ambitions. In fact, the MK party has made it quite plain that it does not intend to collaborate with the Ramaphosa ANC. To use the words of Malema-led Ndlila, the party spokeswoman, Ndlila told reporters, "We won't engage with the ANC of Cyril Ramaphosa." And the party was certain it will take the lead as the official opposition. Ndlovu shakes her head in surprise. It's a remarkable turnaround for Zuma, who just a few years ago was facing criminal charges and even spent time in jail. But he's been able to transform the frustration and resentment felt by a lot of South Africans into a populist, anti-establishment narrative that has obviously resonated. The idea that Zuma's MK party would join forces with the EFF, another group that is vehemently opposed to the ANC, has shocked the party's hierarchy. Ndlovu compares it to a political earthquake. For Ramaphosa and his backers, the idea of Zuma and Malema banding together to hold the ANC accountable must be unbearable. Ndlovu and her staff at Celeb Gossip News are ready to delve more into the drama and intrigue playing out behind the scenes as the country anxiously awaits the official election results. This type of narrative keeps you gripped from beginning to end, remarks Ndlovu, her eyes bright with anticipation. There have never been greater political stakes, and the decisions taken in the next few days might have long-term effects. Our goal is to ensure that none of the juicy details are lost on our readers. Cyril Ramaphosa has to forge dangerous political relationships that will decide the course of his presidency in this high-stakes game of political chess. South Africans are left to wonder what could come out of these coalition talks as the nation holds its breath. Will Ramaphosa give in to the pressure and come together in an unlikely coalition? Or will he choose a completely other route? Time will tell, but one thing is for sure. A significant change in South Africa's political environment is about to occur. Follow Celeb Gossip News for the most recent developments in this compelling political drama. Once more, political analysts yesterday denied that South Africa was headed for an ethnically divided state, despite ANC Chair Gwede Mantashe attributing an early and strong uMkhonto weSizwe, MK, party election result in KwaZulu-Natal to tribalism and another political newcomer, the Patriotic Alliance, PA, making inroads in the Western Cape. Speaking to reporters yesterday at the IEC Results Operations Center in Midrand, Mantashe expressed his astonishment at the ANC's performance in KZN in light of an early vote tally that indicated high support for MK. According to earlier estimates, MK was leading in KZN with 43%, followed by the ANC with 20%, the Inkatha Freedom Party, IFP, with 19%, and the Democratic Alliance, DA, with 10%. While political science professor Amanda Gauss of Stellenbosch University characterized MK as hazardous, Acknowledging that tribalism was a concern in contemporary South African politics, other experts dismissed the idea that ethnicity was to blame for SA's